there's any number of things you can think of here, sort of like one would be like the ayahuasca brew. People always like ask, oh, how on earth did people figure out how to do that? And I think you would probably say something like, well, it wasn't like one person figured it out. It probably evolved in a somewhat haphazard way through trial and error over time, and it was passed on because it worked to achieve some outcome, and then people simply just kept doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can show lots of good examples where you'll build up to a recipe for something that works really well, whereas, there's no single individual you can point to who came up with that. I mean, just a simple example from the more modern world, is somewhat more modern, would be the light bulb. So people think Edison invented the light bulb, but in Britain, people think Joseph Swan invented it. Russians have another guy they think invented it. And it was actually, there were already 22 light bulbs patented before Edison showed up on the scene. So he was just tinkering with an existing technology, right?
Yeah.
But who invented the light bulb? Actually, there's probably hundreds of guys who invented the light bulb, and Edison is just the one that we give the credit for. He also got rich on it, but
Yeah, yeah. That was the one that happened to gain widespread traction because he was tinkering with something that was already there in embryo at least, or actually in a pretty mature form. The
yeah,
light
I mean, he
bulb.
saw a light bulb on in a Boston shop
Yeah,
as a young
yeah.
man.
Interesting.